Was there when the bus went by, and the little door opened on the bus, and a mechanical arm grabbed me and said, "You're going to take this ride down on this bus in history," and that was it. I couldn't get away from it. It was meant to happen. It was there. If I could do it over again, I'd avoid it. If I could go back and say, I'm not going to be Garrison's chief of security, I'm not going to get involved with the White House, I'm not going to get involved with the CIA, I ain't going to get involved with picking fights with Mr. Hoover and that kind of stuff, I would avoid it like the plague, because it cost me a wife, 3 kids, $650 million in 5 years of my life, so I don't want any more of that.
And when do you think you're going to actually, I don't know, be successful? I mean,
if we get the money for this movie, we are successful. We will be making a movie about what we're actually doing. It's basically a docudrama, hidden inside of a drama, wrapped inside of an enigma, and on, and a mystery. And so that's what we're doing.
And have you gotten anybody in Hollywood interested?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone we'd know?
Yeah.
Like?
Like all of them. The brass, the moguls, the titans.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So they take you seriously?
They take me and my friends at Langley seriously, is a good way to put it. And they take our relationships and our evidence and all the rest of it. We've got it. This is all well documented. This is very well documented.
So when do you start filming?
I would hope that it might be the middle of next year, sometime after we finish the scripts and get ourselves into production scripts, as opposed to just fat treatments for directors and stuff like that. So the answer is as fast as we can go there.
Okay.
So we're making headway, and there isn't much that the Majestic gang of sick bastards can do about it, and they know what the consequences these days are going to be if we catch them playing in our backyard anymore. I mean, it doesn't. They can't send. It's COINTELPRO, counterintelligence proactive. Same crap that was done in the '60s against the peace movement is done now, except it's much more sophisticated and very strange and very psychological operations oriented. So they know what the price of dealing with us is going to be. It's going to be very expensive, because we know exactly where to put our torpedoes. They're all exposed. We know who they are.
Okay, but isn't it true that the government or the secret government already has crafts up there?
Sure.
I mean, in essence, they've got the technology.
Yeah, but they've
been dealing with ET for 40 years.
But so what? I own the intellectual property.
So what is that? I mean, they've been manufacturing craft that we see in our skies.
They're not manufacturing a lot of them. You see them in a lot of places because they move quick, but there's not a lot of them. And so
black triangles?
So what? You know, that's nothing more than a UFO inside of something that looks like a F-117A, to be able to bullshit the public as they come down the rural farm roads. Gee, that's an F-117 that's just going slow. It's bullshit. It's all games. It's all psyops. Psyops 101. So, no, I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them a bit. They better be worried about us, because we are serious guys. And the team is, most of my team are all NSA, CIA, DOD, White House, and we're not somebody you want to go picking a fight with.
Okay.
And I'm not somebody you want to pick a fight with unless you got nothing to do for the rest of your life.
Okay. Well, I have no desire to pick a fight with you.
I'm not saying I'm a badass. I'm just telling you that I've had a lot of experience dealing with gangsters, gangbangsters and gangsters of every level in society and in our government. And what's the difference between the mafia and the government if they're trying to kill you? None. Nothing. They're all the same. So, all gangsters. If I had to do a biography today, I'd title it "Government by Gangster: My Experiences as a Citizen of the United States of America."
How's your conscience?
Yeah, I sleep well.
You sleep well?
Yeah, I used to know Paul Tibbets, and he bombed Hiroshima, and I used to ask him, I said, how'd you, he said, I slept well. He says, so I killed 200,000 people, so what? He says, I stopped a war from killing another 2 million Americans. So, I mean, my conscience, I have no problem with my conscience. I've never done anything that I am really ashamed of. And notorious or quasi-famous or interesting fellow, you know, that type of thing. All I've done is I was there when the bus went by, and the bus of history brought me aboard. And